Well, hey guys, this is Bob. It's so good to be with you. Well, you guys have been wonderful. You've been writing me the kindest letters, and many of you have been saying, Bob, we love your herbal magic series videos. Will you teach us more about that? I would be so honored, and thank you for that honor. So, today we're going to create a special and mystical and powerful incense. The incense that we're going to create today is a prosperity incense. I know many of you have written to me and said, Bob, I'm struggling between jobs. I'm trying to launch a business. Money's not flowing. Well, I hear you guys, and I understand. Because you know what? I own a business too, and I know things have been slow, even in my world. So we're going to just raise the vibrations. And this incense does not take a lot of money to create. In fact, it's probably cheaper than if you buy incense, and it'll certainly be very much more empowered because you made it yourself and put your own love and energy into it. So let's show you here what we've got on our altar. Now, for those of you who are new to this series, I have a special altar where I'm doing herbal magics, and you can see it here. I put out a lovely green altar cloth to attune to the harmony of herbs, and it has my the wonderful sacred pentagram on it, which is a mystical sign of power. I also have a beautiful carved pentacle here that overlooks my altar. We've got beautiful green candle here, some ivy, my mortar and pestle. I've got another spell that I'm working on back there. You guys have probably seen the video on that. And anyway, so this is a little bit of my altar. Now, here we're going to make this incense, and this incense is not complex, but it is very powerful. You'll notice here two bowls. Okay, the first bowl is an herb called benzoin, and this is a resin that's powdered. You can see my little bag here. I have an ounce of benzoin, and this is a natural herb. Now, you probably won't be able to buy this at your local supermarket, but this is probably an herb you want to go online and buy, and it's a white powder. Okay, this is not expensive. For an ounce of benzoin, it's probably about $1.50. Okay, so you might want to go on eBay and look that up. Or if you have a local store that sells herbs, they may carry it. But it's not quite as common as some of the other herbs. Our other herb that you see here is, do you guys know what that is? That's cinnamon. And you know cinnamon, it's a wonderful sweet smelling herb. You can sprinkle it on toast, and you know there's famous cinnamon buns that are delish. Anyways, this is cinnamon from the dollar store. You see I got a giant bottle of it here. It's 4 ounces of cinnamon. I paid $1 for that. So isn't that wonderful? Well, this recipe is very, very simple to make. Now, before you start anything, I would advise you to take your herbs out of their containers and put them in little bowls to let them breathe. Cinnamon is a wonderful fine and powdery herb, as well as benzoin. So these two, let them come out and sit for maybe 10 or 15 minutes. Let them breathe. Okay? And the next thing you want to do is simply get your mortar and pestle, and you want to add some of your herb to it. Now, this is not an exact formula, but we try to do 50-50 roughly. But let spirit lead you. So we're going to add this herb to our pestle. I'm just going to put the whole thing in. To our mortar, excuse me. And then we're going to add some cinnamon. Now, cinnamon's very powerful. You might go just a little lighter on that. Okay, well, we'll start with that combination. We'll see what we get. We're about 50-50 here. Taking your pestle, you want to just start to grind the herbs together. And as you do this, I want you to visualize and meditate on prosperity coming to you. Now, as you're mixing your herbs, you want to enchant them. And to enchant them means to sing or chant a little phrase as you stir them. So my chant goes like this. Herbs of power, herbs of might, bring prosperity into my sight. Herbs of power, herbs of might, bring prosperity into my sight. Herbs of power, herbs of might, bring prosperity into my sight. Now, as you can see here, we've got our herbal mixture finely mixed. And it's a kind of a soft beige colored powder once you mix them. And it's very soft and fine. So be careful that you don't spill it or it'll go all over your carpet. Now the next thing we want to do is just store it in a little container so we can use it. And I have for this purpose a lovely little Wedgwood porcelain container, which is perfect for incenses. So we're just going to pour that in there. And there we go. And now it's safe and secure for our usage. Now, this type of incense, this powdered incense, has to be burned on a charcoal block. And for those of you who may not be familiar with charcoal blocks, these you buy in little packets. They come in little foil packets. Most Wiccan stores carry them. You can buy them online. These are not the same charcoal blocks that are used in grilling outside. So do not use a regular grilling charcoal. This is a special charcoal that is made for incenses only and burned indoors. If you use the other type, it's toxic. So don't go there. So what we want to do now is light our charcoal block. And when you buy these, you want to get self-igniting charcoal blocks. Okay, now we can light our block, and you'll hear it start to sputter. And you'll notice how fire seems to spread all through it. See all the sparks going through it? That means our charcoal is now ignited. Then it will start to release smoke, and you want to let it just kind of burn for a few moments. Now, once it starts to settle down, it will soon start to turn kind of a white colored. But this is when you can then add a little bit of your incense. And you can take just a little pinch, or if you have a little scoop, and just sprinkle it on the coal. Ah, what a beautiful fragrance that emits. Ah, isn't that beautiful, guys? We'll just add a little more. You can just sprinkle it on, and it burns pretty quickly. But it emits an absolutely wonderful and purifying fragrance. And as you burn your incense, you want to meditate on business success. So I'm going to visualize business coming, a lot of publicity, book sales, all of that. And as the smoke rises, my prayer is released to the universe. So there, as you can see, guys, it's not so hard to make a powerful and mystical incense. Just a few simple ingredients. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I look forward to hearing from all of you. If you like this video, make sure to do the thumbs up button, and also put a comment below and let me know what you think. Thank you guys for being here. We'll soon have more magical charms coming, so keep it here at Spirit Channel. Blessings to all of you.